Mom, I'm a little worried. I don't feel ready to be back at school.
Visit laurelsprings.com to learn more about a unique way of getting your child the personalized education they need. For 30 years, Laurel Springs School has been engaging global learners in grades kindergarten through 12th grade and integrating their passions and pursuits. Laurel Springs School. We build an education around you. Call or go online today.
Hey, I'm Peter Bukowski, host of the Locked On Today podcast. Trying to stay on top of every big story in sports is a full-time job. I know, because it is my full-time job. But it's not yours. That's why we have a network of local experts ready to give you the inside scoop on everything you truly need to know in the sports world. And we do it every day to make sure you're always caught up on the latest and greatest in sports. Listen to the Locked On Today podcast every day on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
This is the Men's Room.
Get it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The Trippers, the Grasshoppers, the Hit Ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
We say hello, welcoming listeners out. Great radio stations like 98 Rock, California's Rock Station, and Sacramento, California. Also, our friends at Big Dog 97.9 in Joplin, Missouri, and Bayou 95.7 in New Orleans. By the way, we got a couple of correspondents there from the Big Easy. And just so you know, Joe's Cafe is one of the restaurants in most of their locations, if not all of their locations, that are doing takeout delivery, curbside stuff. So if you're near Joe's, just keep in mind that they are open. Our question, what do you miss most about your normal life or your routine? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Dustin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola! So, Dustin, what are you missing there?
First, I want to say apologize for the radio. I drive an 87 Ranger and forgot to put the tape cassette back in.
That's no problem.
The tape cassette. You know, man, it happens to all of us in 1985.
Is that how you're able to Bluetooth us in there?
That's exactly how. One time I went camping and I had to connect it to a CD player or what do you call those?
You should go to Car Toys, man. They'll take care of you in about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's an 87 Ranger. I don't want to spend the money.
I got you. Okay. Fair enough. Not that expensive, but yeah.
But anyway, I just want to say, we're coming up in the time we're supposed to have bonuses and raises coming up like in the next week or two. I'm a lead for an art manufacturing company, and we're all supposed to be getting these bonus and raises. And next thing you know, we're getting this coronavirus, and I don't think our bonus is going to be as big. And I don't know if my work even showed enough to show the fact that, hey, I deserve this raise, and I'm going to get a smaller one because of the fact the company's not bringing in money.
So have they just come to basically a standstill?
We're still working, but the front office, the sales, art people and all that stuff are gone. They're working from home. But me, myself, being a lead in the warehouse and / manufacturing area, we're still going, but we're dropping like flies. One person finds out they're sick, the next person's sick.
Sure. So let me ask you this. Are you in a situation where you need to hire people on a temporary basis? Is it that, are you still busy enough where that's necessary, or is the business falling off as well as the employees?
No, we're growing 20-25% a year until just this happened, but we dropped all of our temps and contracted workers because of the fact we don't want people that aren't there, like on a regular basis that we trust. We're going to drop them, and we're going to keep going with what our regular employee base is, simply because of the fact that we're a travel-based company. Everyone is technically canceling their orders or holding them off till a couple months away.
I mean, you can't even go on like an Antarctic cruise.
No,
because you're on a boat, So
even the penguins have lobbied to keep you away.
It's probably it's probably the only place on Earth right now, I would have to think, is some base in Antarctica with a bunch of scientists down there that have been basically quarantining themselves.
Yeah, but what if one person gets it?
Months at a time.
Right?
That's the
There's
problem.
12 of you there, and it's like, look, you're all going to get it. There's no doubt about this. But, I mean, travel industry is getting absolutely crushed. The only way to travel now, really, is if you get in your own vehicle, right? Mm-hmm. Or walk. But, I mean, trains don't want you. Airlines don't want. I mean, they want your money, but they don't physically want you there, right?
you better have a nice boat if you're going to get to Antarctica.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's really a good point.
Well, you just dashed my dreams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and travel is important. I mean, just even if it's a weekend away or whatever the deal is, if, the listener that was going to go down to Wild Waves before the buttworms hit.
All right, but that's one thing. All right, that's Wild Waves. A bunch of people are there. As far as the travel industry goes, all right, so we know the airline industry is getting decimated, trains, whatever. But if I decide to pack up the family and I'm going to drive somewhere, could I even get a hotel reservation?
Is that possible?
Good question.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't know, we don't know.
Open.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because if I run a hotel, look, man, everyone wants the money, but it's a hotel. I'm not going to take on the liability. Nobody knows really what's going on. I don't want you here.
Yeah, that's it. Our question, what do you miss most about your normal life or routine, your old life? 844-999-OLA.
Figure that's now before everyone gets used to whatever the hell's going on.
The life that was.
Someone says, I miss the epic. This person, listen, I don't exercise at home, but I think most people will agree after I read this. You should order some exercise equipment. It says, I miss the effing gym. It's the only thing that helps me not punch idiots in the effing stores and on the effing road.
Oh, one of the most crowded places in my neighborhood right now is the Burt Gilman Trail with people out there running on it because that's one of the better options.
Right. It says, what I miss most is not having kids around the house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, get on my last damn nerve.
Makes you appreciate teachers, though.
Well, it does and it doesn't. Look, if you're a parent, you already appreciate the teacher because you every day witness the growth or lack thereof of your kid. You already know. The only difference with this, for us, it's the fact that they went away. We're glad you do what we do. We appreciate that. We're like, it's great that they go away and learn something, but the going away is the thing we like most.
Yeah.
We will value the education, but the thing we enjoy is not having them there. And there's no reason to mince words about it.
Let me ask you a serious question on a social dynamic.
That was a serious answer.
Yeah, no, is this
Go the hell away. And look, if you're going to learn something while you're gone, that's fantastic.
Are kids,
just don't be here.
Are kids doing sleepovers and stuff now?
No.
They're not. So
look,
that's not on the table right now.
My kids are like the king of the sleepover.
No birthday parties, right? You would know. You would be told. Trust me. You would know there was a birthday party. You know every
I'm your inside guy on what's going on in Children's World Black Market.
There's no
birthday parties, no sleepovers. My kids are all about the birthday parties and sleepovers, right?
There's no sports.
Social kids.
There's no soccer.
Soccer's done. I mean, there's nothing.
There's no baseball for high school kids and all the other sports that they do, track.
There's nothing. And today, at least for my kids, today was the first day that they quote unquote returned to school, but they're doing it 21st century virtual style. So there's an amount of curriculum they have to finish each day by a certain time, all right? And the teachers will know if they have done it or not because they have to go through all this internet stuff. Anyway, they had to start today. They are not happy about this. Kind of let them whine about it for a little while because they're kids. I get it. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, did a quick family meeting and just made it clear about how things need to be. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, yeah.
But the report I got, that they were excellent. They did
good.
What I asked them, ask is in quotation marks, by the way, what I asked them to do this morning, explain how important I thought it was if they do it. I don't know if I'm responsible, but they got it done. They got it done, which means you're going to have a good day.
You have good kids.
You're going to have
you are going to have a good night.
Yes,
you don't have to go home and be an ass.
That's it, man.
That's all. You just don't want to have to go home after all this day.
Because everything's a conference, right? You get home from work and there's a quick side conference. This is how the kids work. Like, oh, damn it, man. All right, it's something I have to address right now.
Yeah.
I can't even take off my backpack. That's when they know I'm pissed. Like, I'm still dressed.
And not to try to shine a light on obviously a terrible situation, but I have known this. I'm spending a hell of a lot less money.
Yes.
I mean, as far as my life goes and going to restaurants and going to bars and spending my money on whatever extracurricular activities I'm doing on the weekend.
Cash only.
You know what I'm talking about. Big old 8 ball just hanging there.
You got to hit the ATM.
Going to the discotheques. Yeah, I mean,
get a square for your cell phone.
I mean,
tired hitting ATM.
The only thing I've been buying right now is food at the grocery store.
Yeah,
going to the Walgreens and then doing some takeout. You know, well, at least maybe once a day. Just
the local business. One of the nice things I've been able to spend a little extra money on is V-Bucks, I believe they're called. On the old Xbox. There's always a place to spend money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fact.
Please, for what, man? Because
how many no's before the tears?
He doesn't cry, just gets grumpy, man. But he knows how to play it. And my thing is like, look.
Is he a foot stomper? Is he a lip-out guy?
No. He does none of that. He does none of that. So he gets more. There's no tantrum for me, at least not for me. But there's no tantrum. There's none of that stuff. He simply accepts life for how the hell it's going to be in that moment, man.
What's his Sprite allotment? Is it like one Sprite a day?
Nah, he can do 2.
He can do 2?
He can do 2.
All right.
As long as I can check him for poison
good.
first.
But if he's not good, no Sprite for you, right? Okay, just making sure. What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-9990.
Better living your life for a Sprite.
Well, seriously.
I mean, you don't have any problems when your good or bad day is based on whether or not you had a frickin' Sprite.
Have you had a Sprite lately?
I have. They're delicious.
Crisp. They're fine.
I pay for them.
They're great.
Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola, guys. How's it going?
Hola. Kelly, how are you, man?
Oh, not too bad. Sticking in there with all this stuff going on. So.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. We just got to roll forward.
What do you miss the most about your life or routine? Is it the swingers club you're part of?
I'd say it's the random gatherings. I mean, we live over in Port Angeles, so it's a pretty slow town as it is, but there'd usually be times on weekends, you know, the guys would call me up randomly and say, hey, come on over, let's work on some trucks or something. And, I mean, it's like no one even is talking to each other right now. So.
Well, look, there's a good and bad thing that I'm hearing, and that does suck. The good news in this, at least you're being responsible about what the situation is.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
right.
I know it sounds stupid, but as I'm listening to you, I'm kind of glad to hear that sucks because it means everyone's doing the right thing, right? Except us, apparently.
Yeah,
we're sitting here in a studio next to each other breathing all day.
Everyone else is probably, hopefully, hiking is not a bad option. You know, if you're outside and you can kind of get away, I mean, there are things you can do. You can go out and take a walk. Okay? You don't have to be confined in your home. You just have to be conscious about the social distance from people. And if you're going to work on a car together, that's a little bit different. Now, right now, the president's saying 6 people. But still, the more that you expose yourself to people, the more that you're around different friend groups and everything else, there's a chance statistically that somebody's going to have it and not be able to show any symptoms of that. And as we know now, those symptoms can last for 37 days before there's maybe even a sign that you have it.
Right.
But you're still a carrier and you're still giving it to other people who could then have a symptom way before you ever did.
Let's lighten it up. Hang on.
Yeah. So don't work on your truck. What?
That's right. Would you say so? Go work on your truck. No, we know, man. It's the same with everyone, man. And look, for me, if nothing else, it doesn't matter to me because I'm pretty reclusive once I get home. Like when I'm home, I don't even want to talk to my neighbor, right? And I have nice neighbors. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to be left alone.
But this is an easy out.
But the kids, right? They're the one all weekend, dude. They're kids in my house. They disappear somewhere. It's like a trade-off. I feel bad for them, kind of.
But they can still occupy themselves. There's so much more now.
Again,
I'm not going to sound like
they
the guy
will live and die for a Sprite.
I'm not the guy who walked uphill both ways in the snow to get to school without shoes on, but there's a lot more for kids to do now than there was when we were growing up.
I can tell my shoes are bad enough I got expelled.
Hey, as far as to-go orders, Aurora Borealis and Shoreline, they are doing to-go orders. Acetino's, Mexican food in Spanaway, they're open for takeout. Call ahead or drive through. Asian Teriyaki in Tacoma. Guys, a tip regarding my second home, Country Cousin. Though I am one of the many currently laid off due to the virus, my beloved manager and boss are still diligently working to provide takeout food to those who are needing a meal of comfort food made with love. They are in Centralia. So stop by Country Cousin, which sounds like a restaurant in West Virginia.
It really does.
What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? More your calls on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Dad, I've actually found learning at home has been better than I thought. And I feel I'm much farther ahead than many of my friends.
Visit laurelsprings.com to learn more about a unique way of getting your child the personalized education they need. For 30 years, Laurel Springs School has been engaging global learners in grades kindergarten through 12th grade and integrating their passions and pursuits. Laurel Springs School. We build an education around you.
Hey, I'm Peter Bukowski, host of the Locked On Today podcast. Trying to stay on top of every big story in sports is a full-time job. I know, because it is my full-time job. But it's not yours. That's why we have a network of local experts ready to give you the inside scoop on everything you truly need to know in the sports world. And we do it every day to make sure you're always caught up on the latest and greatest in sports. Listen to the Locked On Today podcast every day on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts.
This This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Go place they're open for takeout and delivery. Granite Falls Alfie's Pizza still open for pickup and delivery. Please tip if you can. That from a man simply known as Fish Sandwich. Forever Sushi in Puyallup is open. They do takeout. Guys, I heard you're promoting local businesses offering takeout and to go, and we'd love a shout out. My name is Alex, and I'm the chef at the Mill Steakhouse and Spirits in Milton, and we're offering a full meal to go and takeout programs through this difficult time. Reach out if you can. They're doing online ordering at themillofmilton.com. And one more interesting note here. We talked about Mick and Tia Fleming. They were the couple from Seattle who contacted us about a week and a half ago, and they were on board the Grand Princess Cruise Line, which I believe was docked in the Bay Area, either outside of Oakland or San Francisco.
They were still on it when they contacted us, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Here's an update. Ola Bacholas. Hey, it's Mick and Tia Fleming from the Grand Princess. Reached out to you guys a couple weeks ago, I think. LOL. Just an update. We finally got home last night, healthy and safe. All I can say is, folks, what an effing ride. Big kudos to the feds. They're the ones that got the Washingtonians home. I think my wife and I could write a book on everything we had to go through. What a trip.
You should.
LOL. Anyway, just want to shoot you guys a heads up to let you know that 3 weeks later, we are finally home. Keep up the good fight, bitches. That from Mick.
Mick, do us a favor, man. Call the show tomorrow or something.
Yeah, let us know some of the...
I just want to know. I mean, look, I don't mean to laugh at you, but I'm laughing at you. I just want to know what it's like to be quarantined on a ship in a cabin. Keep in mind, it's not like you could roam the ship. You were stuck in your cabin with your wife, and you're still married, which is amazing to me.
Oh, dude, it depends on the boat, too. I mean, and all the things you could be having.
What do you mean it depends on the boat?
All right, look, I've been on a fishing boat before, or a sailboat before, where one of those cruise ships came by.
Right.
Okay? This thing had it had a race car track on top.
Sure.
It had a track where you could race go-karts.
Yeah.
On top of the deck. Like, there's so many things that you could be doing.
That you could be.
Right.
But you're stuck in your cabin.
Right. That pool's empty. Our question, what do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Ken. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Suck up on it.
Hola. Ken, how about you? What do you miss the most, man?
So I've already missed the Tool concert in Eugene because they played the night before in Portland, and then Oregon followed our lead with the no gathering. Then Rage, I'm right there with you, Thrill, with Rage. But I miss sports, man. Oh my God, just a wonderful distraction of people just clobbering each other.
Well, to be honest with you, I think that certain times are better in the concert world than others, depending on your taste in music, of course. Just with my taste in music and preferences and what I like, it just seemed like that there was a lot of stuff coming through that I really would like to see.
You mean like right now?
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Not that changes.
Tool, Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. Someone said Faith No More is going to fire. Pearl Jam's going. And I'm like, cool.
That's what I mean.
It's going to be a good concert season.
Absolutely. They canceled all their stuff.
It seemed like a very good concert season. Even bands that I kind of chuckle about, like, well, you know what, man? I go check them out. Well, it's not happening. This is not happening.
Yeah, even Nickelback was going to go back out.
Well,
do the 25th anniversary.
Are you being serious?
I believe they were, yeah. I think that Kroger was going to hit the road. And to be honest with you, I would go see that show. You know they're going to put on a good show.
You would go see Nickelback?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
If you gave me a ticket, I would go.
Absolutely. I guarantee you, there's no way that band doesn't put on an absolutely fantastic show.
It's the makeup for the KISS puts on a good show. The music's terrible.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Look, every once in a while, man, you can go see a show and just even Ghost is not a bad musical band, but when you go see them theatrically, the show that they put on is fantastic, man.
Let me ask
whether you like the music or not.
As far as sports go, now look, this would be March Madness. People would be betting their money. We'd be reading the articles. See, this would be the normal if COVID did not exist. Right now, we'd be telling you, man, oh man. Federal government says we lose $2 billion of productivity around March Madness. That's what we would say. Do you care about that one or what?
Well, March Madness is limited to just a couple of weeks.
But they're intense
we have
weeks.
No idea how long this is going to last.
No.
And entire sports talk radio, I can't even be distracted by them because they're talking about the fallout from this. There's just no way to get away from it. It sucks.
That's a fact. What do you do for a living?
I'm the cookie driver, the Cougar Mountain.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. You brought us the 8-pack of cookies, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah.
Another delivery coming your way.
Oh, sweet.
Excellent.
Yeah, bring the ones with the butter.
But no, you're right. You can't escape this right now. I mean, it's just not something you can do.
Robin, how many shows were you supposed to go to that you've called off? I know you go a lot. So how many is a bit?
There was one I had tickets to the day the effect went in. Okay. So that was done. And then at least 4 more I can think of in the coming months.
Right.
But that, I mean,
what's the one that you really, really wanted to see that you know probably won't happen?
I mean, I was kind of curious to see how our station stuff would go this year. Yeah, because I was excited about that.
Pain in the grass and everything else. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things.
Obviously, fingers crossed, things do settle by then. But
we were going to get a reunited Led Zeppelin to play Red Festival, and we had it all ready
one time only.
Yeah, their first North American. They've only played Europe or even reunited one time. They played in London, but they were going to play at Red Festival.
Yeah, Robert Plant said he had met Robin. She was very friendly.
It's true.
He frolicked into the woods and disappeared. And then popped up on stage. What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
Quick comment here. Says, what I miss most, going to the casino. Because, one, I've got a slight gambling problem. Then they had somewhat joking, which means you're not joking. But I've been on a roll lately. I've won almost 30 grand in the last 3 months, just on slots alone. So this really sucks.
Get out of here.
Damn.
That's a hell of a roll. I won $25 on a scratch off the other day, so beat that.
You did. Mm-hmm. We're happy for it. Did you catch that in today?
Absolutely, I did. How do you think we got the lunch?
Oh, very nice. Hello, Megan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Megan, what do you miss the most about your life?
Honestly, I missed my job.
What was your job?
I actually worked at a children's museum. We had to close because we do work with the community, and just for the safety and health of all of our workers and all of our families that come in, we decided to close. And I just miss all the kiddos that I got to see and all of them.
Is it a learning interactive museum where they can actually do things, or is it more of like, look, here are Legos from the very beginning? Like, what does it entail?
It's kind of a mix of both. We have a lot of hands-on items. We have studios. We actually have a workshop that the kiddos can use real tools with. We also do a lot of interaction where we go out into the community and offer drop-in programs free of charge for families to come in and check out. And a lot of families have used that for like pre-K and for their kiddos.
Well, now do you have kids of your own?
I was going to say, you're missing the kids.
I don't.
I know you don't. That's why you said.
I knew it.
I miss seeing the kids.
Hey, how many times have you dropped this line on a potential mate? Well, I'm really not interested in having kids right now.
I haven't, actually.
Okay, because typically like a teacher or someone who's involved in daycare or someone who's had to deal with kids, that's the first item they'll throw out there. I don't care about children. I work with them every day. No need to worry about that. I'm in no hurry.
Yeah. I love it. I love the kiddos I worked with. I'm so upset, especially with our regulars that always came in. It always brightens my day.
I'm sure.
Again, because they're not your kids. And there's a reason. There's a reason why your place exists. And I want to be very clear about this. As a parent, what we would do is lie to you and say, yes, I took my child there because I want my kid to learn about blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, I need a distraction. But either way, you're doing good stuff. But just know that is why.
How much longer do you have any idea how much longer you won't be working? I guess it's going to be till all this gets lifted. But do they give you any time frame at all?
To be safe, I've been told we follow the Tacoma Public School District. So possibly April. I'm not 100% sure. We were not given like a time frame or anything, so I don't want to put anything out there.
Right, sure. No, of course. We don't have any idea either. I mean,
because we'll say Megan said it, not us.
Take the kids now. Yeah, and then when they get there, it'll be closed and they'll all cry.
Megan should have told you.
Megan made you cry.
Man, oh man.
What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine?
What is I don't remember if it's a major city or if it's an entire state. They shut down school for the rest of the year.
The state of Kansas.
For the rest of the year.
That's correct.
But at least we have a light at the end of the tunnel, man.
So,
it's a long way, but like if you say the rest of the year, put it this way.
Okay.
Once you say that, it's like Dante's Inferno, all ye who enter here, give up all hope.
They always say the grass is always greener. And it's like.
No.
But when we were.
They have dead brown grass in Kansas.
I've bitched about this all the time. Like when we went to school, There was no spring break. There was no winter break. There was like before the holiday season.
Yeah, Christmas, you got Easter.
Yeah, that was basically it. And for every snow day you had, you stayed later, depending on where you went to school, into the month of May or June. So you had to make those days up. The last day of school, in my case, it was June the 4th. It might end up being like June the 15th before you got out of there. And now it seems like all the great days off are just available for these kids in this generation. And I'm a little bit, it pisses me off, obviously, because I would have liked that. But then I think to myself, it'd be difficult. It'd be hard to be at home. You can only do so much. You really can't go outside. You're not playing with your friends. You're not doing your social activities. And as much as you think you don't like going to school, and as much as
that's where you see your friends and do your social activities and play outside.
So I'm not sure that I maybe after, might be fun for like a day or two, but after I realize I can't go over to my buddy's house, we can't get together and play basketball or do whatever we do, then it's not fun anymore.
Well, kids, guess what you're doing now? Because it affects all of us. You're adulting. Mm-hmm. Right. You can't see your friends either.
Yep. What do you miss about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
Hello. By the way, just a quick comment about our last caller there. She was very sweet, but someone just texted in, kiddos. Doesn't like kiddos.
Oh, the term?
Just like kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, kiddos, delicious cereal. Hello, Jeremiah. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, you sexy, sexy bitches.
Hola. Jeremiah, how are you?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay, good news. So what are you missing? You sound pretty upbeat. You sound like things are good.
Well, what am I missing from all this? Quite frankly, not a goddamn thing.
Why is that?
Well, my wife and I are basically shut-ins, and I work HVAC. So unless the governor says, unless the governor pulls a San Francisco, our lives are just normal.
What do you
don't go out.
When you consider yourself a shut-in, what does that exactly mean?
I wake up, get ready for work, go to work, come home, have dinner with the wife and kid, play around, do whatever, get ready for bed, go to bed.
All right. How much toilet paper do you have?
We have about 2 weeks supply.
Okay. You're going to start to miss stuff. I'm telling you that right now. Because we're at the beginning of this, man. Everyone's going to go through a little bit of a thing, and we'll kind of figure it out on the backside. So if you got 2 weeks of toilet paper, you might not miss anything now, but I'm going to say week 3, you're going to miss a clean butt.
Well, yeah, okay, all right.
That's what I mean.
As of right now, I don't miss anything.
All right.
Okay, does your wife, does she prefer, obviously, to stay at home all the time? Does she have any social activities or anything?
No, not much. She does home health care for older people.
Okay. All right. And is she continuing to do that?
Yes, she is. She actually just increased her hours by about threefold. So we're doing not bad.
That sounds, it sounds all right. So do you have any personal friends that you hang out with?
No.
Okay. Do you have any family?
So no one misses you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Jeremiah. No one cares. You know what I mean? Like, no one's going to check on you. No one's missing you for anything. The only people that care that you're there are your employer and your significant other, correct?
Correct. Because
you're built for this.
My parents live in Spokane. They're senior citizens, so they're doing their thing, trying to, not die.
Yeah.
And my wife's in-laws are basically shut out from our family. So
this is like the happiest time of your life.
This is so
This is great. Like you've been waiting for this apocalypse forever, right? Like you got to be throwing a party.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And plus,
no, I don't want to throw a party. That means I'd have to have people over.
No. But you can masturbate more now that your wife's working longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, good call.
All right, okay. Well,
good stuff.
Hey,
how convenient.
Keep it positive.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad that worked out
I don't have friends. Family doesn't really care about me. I don't really like hanging out with anybody. I don't go out and spend any money or go to a restaurant or anything. Don't go to movies. Don't do any of that. Guess what? No one's missing you either. I don't know how you should feel about that, but what do you miss about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
That is the ultimate version of a humble brag.
Exactly. Hey, man, I got no friends. No one likes me. No one misses me.
I can't lose a loved one.
This is great.
It's impossible. It's great. Hello, Miro. Miro, welcome to the men's room.
Keep on rocking the free world, guys.
Hola! So, Miro, what are you missing?
Open mics. I used to go every Wednesday to Grumpy D's coffee shop just north of the Ballard High School.
Grumpy D's?
For about 4 years. I live a mile away. And, man, we stopped doing that a couple weeks ago, and I'm just jonesing to want to do my songs for my friends there.
Now, wait a minute. Wait. I walk into Grumpy D's, and it is open mic night. What are some of the songs you will regale me with?
I do Richard Thompson, Neil Young, Towns Van Zandt, Peter Hamilton.
You're depressing the hell out of people.
A bunch of singer-songwriters.
What's your best song? What's the one song you think you could sing and no one throws a beer can at you?
Oh, that would be maybe Powderfinger by Neil Young.
All right, do it for us. Come on.
What's that?
Go ahead, sing it for us, man.
Look out, Mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beacon and a flag and a man on the rail. I think you better call John, because it don't look like they're here to deliver the mail.
I think they're missing you. I really do. Maybe learn something off Comes a Time. You don't have to scream as loud. What do you miss about your...
Neil does... He goes from grunge to folk, you know.
Yeah, but if you're doing Towns Van Zandt, just don't kill yourself.
Hey, man, look. It wasn't the best I heard, but I appreciate you singing for us.
I'm depressing the hell out of people every Thursday night. Come on down. Let me sing you the most depressing music ever recorded. What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA. Richard Thompson.
Hello, James. Welcome to the men's room.
I'll do Nick Drake on Tuesdays. Hola.
Liquor and oars.
Liquor and oars.
Man, this is my oldest son's 8th grade year, and I coach lacrosse for him.
No, you don't.
Last year. Well, no, you are correct. No, I do not.
This is his last year in middle school lacrosse. Do they have the sport in high school?
They do, but I'm not a part of the high school program. You know, I'm just a dad of a kid. And
right. How
last year I get to coach for him.
Did you get to play any games at all, or was the season destroyed before it even started?
We end 500. We played 2 games and went 1-1.
Damn. Yeah, and think about all the time that your son put into that, too. And I'm sure the time that you helped put in with him, you know, as far as that was great bonding time. But in the end, you want to see him take all of that and you know what I mean, and transfer it onto the field. So that sucks.
And he'll progress and he'll go to the next level. But on top of that, you know, I personally play basketball and hockey and soccer every single week. That's what I do to stay healthy. And all of those games are canceled on top of it.
Right.
So I got a bunch of kids that are ready to run themselves ragged just bouncing around the living room.
Are you working from home now? Are you out of work?
No, I repair garage doors for a living. So people
could have used you a couple years ago, man.
Thank God, yeah, my whole thing. What the hell,
Miles? I sent an email in that day. I will not hear it.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Right after.
I have an email screener who screens all my emails for me personally and then sends them my way.
It was me.
I got to ask you this: just being an adult, between basketball, between playing hockey, and between soccer, as an adult, what takes the most physical toll on your body in rec league?
Soccer.
Soccer.
That's a different kind of rec league.
So you'd rather take a check in hockey. You'd rather be skate.
Well, you know, when you get old, they don't let you check each other anymore.
Oh, really?
You can make contact, but I'm not putting you on your
okay
guy.
All right, gotcha.
If I can't skate, you knock me over every time.
Shouldn't they just shorten the field for the old folks? You know what I mean? Just bring it in a little bit.
Yeah, but everybody still thinks they're the greatest they ever were, and if they can't get the ball, they'll get you. And it's not like that in basketball or hockey. Soccer, you just end up beat up.
How about the referees involved, man? Are they just catching living hell from the adults?
You know what? I think it's a little bit better for the adults than it is for the kids.
I believe that.
I called you guys when everything went down in Ording with the referee.
Oh, yeah.
I was the guy who jumped out of the stands and stopped the guys from attacking the referee.
No, you're right.
And
you're absolutely right. People are weird with the kids.
I think youth referees get it worse than anyone else.
Mm-hmm. It's because of that big paycheck they get.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, Tuscan Stone Pizza, 3 locations open. Mercer Island, Issaquah, near Lake Sammamish, and Newcastle. They are open until 8 and are doing pickup and delivery. El Pisano in North Bend is open. Amazing Italian food to go and pick up. Guys, saw the list. Thanks so much for doing that. Guest House in Kenmore. Takeout is there, and you can order online if you want through the website. And one of our favorites, Matador. Their locations in Tacoma, as well as Ballard, West Seattle, and Redmond locations are available for takeout and delivery for the next 2 weeks. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
I'm sparkly. I'm bubbly. And together, we're Mineragua. The fresh, sparkling water for those who are bubbling over with life and crave new experiences. Are you thirsty for adventure, more laughs, and more excitement? With Mineragua in hand, it's easy to live life with sparkle. Just look for the glass bottles with tiny bubbles wrapped in blue, and you'll taste and feel the difference of Mineragua sparkling water.
Mineragua, get your fizz.
Innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses continue to work together to make a difference now and shape the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio.
Hola, bichola! You have entered the men's room.
Real quick, the subject is food couriers, guys. Just a heads up from those of us who are delivering food. We are grateful to be of service during this time. We are grateful that our contracted companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats are waiving fees. As a driver, we're getting orders for $2 to $4 to move it from restaurants in some places to the customer. So basically, they're waiving a lot of those fees. Please be kind and make sure you tip the driver. We already have issues of not getting our tips when we do catering orders, so please tip in cash if at all possible. We're not trying to be rude. We would just like recognition for the work that we're out there doing. Greatly appreciated. And thanks for all you do. That from one driver who is trying to make a difference in the gig economy. Our question, what do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
I guess we should just address this now based on the comment that came in. It says, what do I miss? I miss the Ted Smith. I hope he's doing okay. Please tell him your listeners are thinking of him.
Yeah.
Robin, now you got a text from him this morning. And I guess you can retain the information better than me, which is no surprise.
Yeah. He checked in, and basically he's having to do like a chat room with doctors because they don't want him to come in just in case.
I'm sure he loves this.
Oh, he's in a great spot mentally. Essentially, the chat service wrote him back and said, at this point, we're considering anyone with a cough, fever, shortness of breath, or flu-like symptoms to have it. And then it's like, I know that might sound worrisome. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, yes. And then they say, but what we're learning is that the vast majority of cases are mild illnesses like a normal cold. So they're just trying to basically weed through allergy season and figure out who has what. So it says,
has this brought Ted any comfort?
None. It says, I advise you to stay home and away from others for 72 hours after all of your symptoms have resolved, or at least for 7 days.
And if you know anybody out there, honest to God, that installs carpet, we're going to have to go to Ted's apartment. He will walk and pace back and forth on the phone and wear out a certain strip of his living room. So we're going to need someone to go in there because he's not going to get his security deposit back based on all this. Right now, he's worn off about 2/3 of the carpet in a trail size area in his living room. So
and it's in one, it's walking back and forth.
And back and forth. So if you know anyone that does carpet, please let us know. Our question, what do you miss the most about normal life or your routine? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Kurt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how's it going?
Hola. Kurt, how are you, man?
I'm very good, man. Thanks.
Okay. What do you miss the most about your normal life?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I miss going to the pub and just talking and listening to everybody's BS about their day and just saying hi to everybody. And, you know, you go in, get your drinks, and then you kind of go home. You're home by 7 and you're done for the day.
What's your local watering hole?
It's a place called Tabs.
And they're obviously completely closed down. Are they doing any kind of restaurant-to-go stuff, or do they basically just tell everybody to go home?
No, everybody's done, yeah. We had our last hurrah, I think it was Monday night.
Yeah, that's about the timeline.
I'll tell you what, man, you're not alone. I mean, definitely from the comments, that seems to be the number one, well, people that have kids, it's about not having kids in the house during the weekday, obviously. But everybody else, it seems like, man, it's just not going to the bar. And I mean, look, one guy even chimed in and said, I miss going to the pub after work. Says, I took your guys' advice 3 years ago. Got a beer before I went home, and it just makes it a little better when you get home, man. It really does. So Miles and I, man, at least 4 out of the 5 shows we do at the week, we're at the bar immediately, and I mean immediately after the show.
And you might be surprised to know, but we're actually kind of reviewing what we did, trying to figure out what we did wrong.
Yeah, we're not there getting sloshed.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but generally,
we're trying to be constructive.
Believe me, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked at all.
It just happens
But
so
you
quickly.
got to remember, we've been doing this now for 18 years. The routine has never changed for us as far as how we go home and we spend time with our family, and then we start doing show prep that night.
Right.
We start looking at articles and all that. We get up in the morning and we start immediately after we get either the kids taken care of or whatever we need to do in the morning. We start working from home. We get here. We work up until the time that we go on the air. Then we go to the bar after every show to get that one little break before we have to go home, and it's wash, rinse, and repeat. And we've been doing the same thing for 18 years. And if you know anything about the male species, we are creatures of habit. We put our keys in the same place. We put our wallet in the same place when we walk in because we're too dumb. We'll lose it. Our bongs in the same place. Our weeds in the same place. Where the hell's my scissors? You know why? Because the kids
grabbed the scissors?
Scissors are.
Where do they go?
They're in a pile of paper.
Put them back where you found them. Why is this so hard? Why do I have to say this every time?
It's a very difficult time for a man
blah, blah.
who has a penis and testicles.
Right.
Because everything is routine from the time you shave to the time you take a shower.
Everything.
Every single thing to the time you go, oh, it's all done. And then you fall asleep and you wake up and you do it again. But in that time, when we were done, we would go and get a beer after the show.
No question.
Yeah. It
was unspoken, man.
It sucks. What do you miss the most about your normal life or routine? 844-999-OLA.
And he's right, but you also miss the BS of the other people you know that show up at the same
People
bar.
that you hate. I miss that guy. His loud ass mouth, complaining all the time.
I want to hear him say, hey, babe, one more time.
Yeah, wonder what he's doing.
Hello,
guys like us guy.
Yeah.
You know, guys like us, man.
Yeah, where's he at?
Guys like us guy.
This guy that wants to fight every night.
Exactly.
And Nick, welcome to the men's room.
We didn't grow up that like that way. Guys like us. Hola! So what do you miss about your normal life?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
we'll get to the end of the
Okay, well, a couple quick here, real quick. Restaurants. The Warthog in Fife, they open. You can stop by, drive through, or takeout. They're open until 7. Again, the Warthog in Fife. Potato Bueno in Fremont. Evergreen Salad, Fremont. Baka Baka Fried Chicken, U District in Capitol Hill. Norm's in Fremont. All doing carry-out and to-go order.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.
Dad, I've actually found learning at home has been better than I thought. And I feel I'm much further ahead than many of my friends.
Visit laurelsprings.com to learn more about a unique way of getting your child the personalized education they need. For 30 years, Laurel Springs School has been engaging global learners in grades kindergarten through 12th grade and integrating their passions and pursuits. Laurel Springs School. We build an education around you.